Tarabocchia here, and hitting an outside pitch
I'm in great shape, by the way.
Great shape in beautiful Florida, home of oranges and strawberries. So I'm going to stop Jim. We can't see whoever videoed this was. It wasn't good. It's not a good. I can't even see his feet, for crying out loud. The camera's on the ground. Lord have mercy.
Let me just say that nobody filmed it. The only place I could put it was trying to prop it up on the ground.
And you did a good job. No,
I didn't. I'm sorry.
At least you had somebody throwing you a pitch. So first position we're going to stop old Jimbo at is about heel plant position, assuming we could see his heels, which we can't. But I'm a professional. So the great part about this is his chest is facing rearward, like behind his back foot, and his hips are opening. And this is very good. So, with our rough estimation here, Jim's got 37 degrees of separation. Regardless of what that number is, the fact that his hands are back and his front foot is down is a great move. Okay, people only think Jim is a podcast host, but he was a Division I baseball player. Don't sell yourself short, Jim.
All right, well.
And one hell of a model American. So
that's what I like.
As Jim comes through, and the next position we're going to take him to is the short approach. Okay, so the short approach is when the chest starts to open. Okay, and if we look at this, the knob of the bat is right above his elbow. His elbow might be an inch inside. The bat is definitely within range. Okay, meaning it's next to, and this is an outside pitch, so he's going to start to extend a little bit more. And then I'm going to draw another line, if it was over his trap muscle. So on an inside pitch, you want the bat closer to your ear. On an outside pitch, it's going to be, more on this angle. But he's in a good angle here. There's no casting or anything like that. If we take him to the next frame, his approach position, the barrel's slightly below his hands, but not too bad here. Obviously, the back knee's coming in. His back heel's straight up. I know it's hard to see, but we can see the outline of his shoe there. The front leg is starting to straighten, right? The front leg was bent. Now it's starting to pull back, pull his hips through. Now his barrel drops in after the approach position. And if we look at the next frame, maybe it's like this. The shutter speed on whoever was videoing this was, just ridiculously terrible. Which is sad because I have a hunch that, the person's phone is an iPhone that has a slow motion feature. But that's okay, amateur videographer. But we can see the barrel release and pretty good extension. So if you look at this, it's a pretty nice swing. This is a swing that is still there. I know you don't hit anymore. Okay. I don't remember what your swing looked like when I first trained you. Good Lord. When was that? Early 2005 or something? I don't know. 10?
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
12 years ago.
12 years ago. So 2009, somewhere around there. If I were making suggestions to this person that's not as young as he used to be, it would be to get wider. Get that front foot out a little bit further. Get this back knee down, kind of this back shin driving down a little bit more. Just get in the legs a little bit. The swing plane looks good on this pitch. This pitch was, away. It was probably belt high. You had good extension. So I would love to see what you looked like on low pitches and forcing you to get into your legs a little bit more. But the guts of the swing are great, man. There's no casting. There's no arm bar. You can see your right arm actually, when you're striding, is very straight. Okay? But then as soon as you go to rotate, it actually bends more. And it's an outside pitch. So this is a pretty athletic move. Okay? You can see that right arm bends a little bit. You can see the massive forearm strength that Jim has. You can see the muscles bulging. It's good. Mm-hmm. And then, the barrel raise. Another concern I would have would be at extension, your power V. Watch how aggressive your left wrist rolls over your right wrist, or your left forearm rolls over your right forearm in your power V position. That could be an issue out in front. So something we'd work pitches middle in, hitting them out in front, and then not doing that to make sure that we weren't too aggressive with our top hand. But all in all, for a podcast guys, it's definitely the best swing of any podcast host in the country
ever.
ever.